Hey, 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 everybody. It's me, Queenie. Welcome to day 5 of the read along of the self love lessons. I'm so excited. We've been having a good time so far. What do y'all think? You enjoying the stories thus far? You enjoying learning about Kate and her drama filled day? All right, so let's just do a quick recap. Number one, I just want to say thank you all because this has just really been an inspired opportunity. God told me to do this last week, and I am loving it so far. I'm loving the feedback you guys have been giving me. Thank you for the messages that you've been sending. I'm glad that the story is resonating with you. I'm glad that it's impacting your life already. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, recapping the last few days. This is our very first week, and every day we've been going live around 9 ish for 15 minutes. I've been reading the self love lessons, and let me show you the book. And in the readings, we've been learning a little bit about why it's important to love ourselves. What did God say about self love? And we just opened with the introduction, which basically gives you insight into the state of where we are right now. We look at the days and times that we're living in. We know that we're living in the last of the last days. We can watch things unfold that are prophesied in the Bible. And so because of that, we get to recognize who we are and what God built us to be able to do, but we can't access it if we don't fully understand who we are and what we are. And yes, I do mean what we are. So the story that we're reading right now about Kate kind of gives us an overview of what the journey to transformation will look like. And we can see ourselves in her story and kind of mirror where we are in the journey by looking at where she is. So I'm excited to invite you on this journey with me. So let's go ahead and get started and do our roll call. So if you're here, make sure that you enter hashtag present for me so that I can keep track because we're going to be giving prizes throughout this journey. It's going to take us a few weeks, maybe even a month to get through the book. So I want to take the time to honor those of you who join in and journey with me. So there will be prizes. So make sure that if you're here with me, enter that you're here. If you're watching a replay, hit replay or enter in hashtag replay. And if you make it to the end of the video, make sure that you hit hashtag finished so that I know that you're journeying with me. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'm going to be checking throughout. And let me see. Let me pull them up now. Yeah, so you can check out the comments. So if you haven't already downloaded your copy of the Self Love Lessons, do that. Go to www.queeniebrown.com and download your copy of the Self Love Lessons. And let me see, put that on the bottom as well. So yeah, download go to www.queeniebrown.com, download your copy of the Self Love Lessons, and we're going to get started. So today, let me just give you a recap of Kate's day from yesterday. She had a day from hell. So to get started, if you haven't listened to the whole thing, please do check out day 4 because that's where we started with her story. But just to kind of give you the Cliff Notes version, Kate woke up to a horrible day. She had an argument with her husband about money, was late to work, forgot a project at work, got reprimanded by the boss, got called in by the principal from her kid's school because he hit somebody in the face, had to pick him up from school, went to get him, brought him back home, couldn't get a babysitter. Her sister basically went off on her on the phone and slammed the phone on her. And so she was just having a meltdown. So that's what we're going to pick up right now. Y'all ready? Okay, we're starting on page 21. I'm going to go back just a bit and I'm going to go back to her argument with her sister. So it says she was having a rant, and Kate said, "It's all my fault." This is right before the argument. "It's all my fault, and I should know better by now. No one's ever going to think about me but me. No one is going to protect me, and no one will have my back except for me. So the next time that somebody needs something from me, that's just too damn bad. They have to find out and fend for themselves, and I won't feel bad at all." Her internal rant that had turned outward was interrupted by a telephone call. It was Karen, her sister. She was finally getting back to her from her nap. Kate answered the phone and snapped at Karen by saying, "Yeah, I hope you feel rested." Karen, who's no stranger to attitude, snapped back by saying, "Who do you think you're talking to? Don't start with me, Kate. I don't have time for this. I'm only calling you back because I said I would. But whatever you needed, figure it out without me." Karen sneered as she continued, "It's not my fault that your life is falling apart. You need to get it together and don't call me until you do." Karen slammed the phone down and Kate was just stunned. She couldn't believe it. Kate exploded. "She's rejecting me." Kate yelled, "Wait a minute. I was the one who was going to reject her. I was the one who had every right to be angry, and she's turned it around and made it my fault again. Oh my God, I can't take anymore. No more." By that time, Kate was sobbing. Karen, with just those few words, had ripped her apart. Kate's head pounded, her heart raced, and she went into the bathroom to try to collect herself. Before Kate knew it, the fire alarm in the kitchen began to screech. She ran into the kitchen to find her dinner was burned, ruined. She called her husband and, still sobbing, asked him to pick up dinner on the way home. Then she ran into her room and collapsed on her bed in tears. "No more, God, help me, Lord. I just can't do it anymore. I have nothing left," she sobbed. "I try to make sure that everybody's needs are met and nobody cares about me. And now it's affecting my health. Lord, I just can't take it anymore," she cried out. "Help me, Lord. Help me, please." When she awoke, her husband was in the kitchen preparing plates for their three kids. Everyone in the house knew that something was very, very wrong with Kate. In an effort to not upset her any further, they all walked on eggshells. Her husband had never seen her so upset. Bobby told them how she had been acting since their meeting with the principal. They all knew that she had reached a point of no return. Kate went into the bathroom to freshen up. When she caught a glimpse of herself in the mirror, she looked so sad, even to herself. She looked at herself and she thought, "What happened to me?" She began to think about all that she endured, all that she had sacrificed, all that she had lost as a result of her own personal unspoken mantras. Make everyone else's need more important. Don't rock the boat and always keep the peace. If those are your mantras, let me know in the comments. She had completely lost herself, her glow, her fire, her health, her sanity, and she felt as though she'd been left with nothing. "How did I get here?" she asked. "Have I always been this unhappy? How do I get me back? I've tried to do the right things. I've tried to please everyone, and I'm failing miserably. What am I doing wrong?" Kate felt completely alone. No one understood her innate desire to help others, even to her own demise. No one knew why she felt inclined to sacrifice so much of herself. She got so much pleasure in making people happy, but now it had cost her so much, and it just didn't seem to be worth it. Staring in the mirror, Kate watched her own tears stream down her cheeks. She felt an intuitive nudge. Something told her that she had to get away, even if it was just for a few days. She needed to collect herself, get recentered, get in tune with what's really important, and reclaim what she had lost. But how? She felt that nudge again and went into her room to grab a few things that had immediately come to her mind. First, it was the new journal. Then candles, herbal tea, and towels. She didn't know why she felt led to grab these things, but she did it anyway. She grabbed her bath salts, her unopened essential oils kit, and some bottled water. Then she opened the bottom dresser drawer and found her childhood photo album. She didn't know why she needed it, but she began to look for a picture of herself as a young girl. She knew that she couldn't leave without at least one picture. As she flipped through the pages, she just couldn't decide which picture to choose. So she grabbed the whole album and put it into her backpack. None of this made sense to her, but in her desperation, she just followed her instincts. Before she zipped her backpack shut, she felt as though something was missing. But what? She paused to wait to see if she would feel that nudge again, but there was nothing. She started to improvise and she thought, maybe it's my makeup bag. No, it must be my favorite mug. She didn't even wait to hear. She just grabbed the mug and her makeup bag and threw them in the backpack. Then it hit her. The new Bible. Yes, that's it. She grabbed it and now she felt that her bag was complete. She called her husband into the bedroom and explained all that had happened earlier in the day. She fully expected him to tell her all the reasons why he needed her and that he couldn't make it without her. She thought he would make it seem as if she was overreacting and insist that she hang in there. She told him she felt like she was losing it and she needed to get away just for a few days. She explained that she needed to get a handle on herself, her life, her mind. She wasn't sure where she was going, but she'd let him know when she got there. He understood and agreed to pick up the slack while she was away. She couldn't believe it. Finally, something went right. Finally. With that, she grabbed the backpack, kissed her kids, and headed out the door to who knows where. All she knew was that she was already feeling better, and the prospect of not having to please anyone but herself, it was the best thing in the world for her. So she thought. Her journey inward began. Kate jumped in her car and started the ignition. Still hungry since she hadn't eaten, she called 411 to get the number for TGI Fridays. Oh, goodness. Um, I'm laughing because we don't dial 411 anymore to get numbers for anything. We Google it, right? So, anyway, she needed some comfort food, and she knew that a large order of potato skins would do the trick. She placed the order and headed down towards her carbohydrate overload. After she picked up her orders from Friday, she stopped at a park to just be for a moment. It was still bright outside, so she threw the backpack over her shoulder and decided to take a short walk. She found herself enjoying the moist warmth of the summer air. She noticed all the beautiful birds as they sang and danced together in the sky. She envied their carefree lives. Then Kate became mesmerized at the big, beautiful wings of the most amazing butterfly she'd ever seen. She followed it to a huge tree that seemed to be the largest tree in the park. Kate watched as the butterfly danced all around, fearlessly. It was like poetry. Kate noticed that there wasn't just one butterfly, but there were dozens of them. There was something about the tree that they seemed to love because they continued to just dance all around it. Kate decided to sit beneath that tree and eat every single one of her potato skins. She was at peace just knowing and enjoying the butterfly show. While she ate, her cell phone rang. It was her husband, Tony. He just wanted to check on her and find out if she was okay. With the day that she had had, he wanted her to know that she was loved and appreciated. She told him that there was a hotel next to the park and she would stay there overnight. He told her to take all the time she needed. It made her smile inside and out. She hung up the phone and felt a sense of relief. She could finally relax. She watched and laughed at the butterflies as she finished her potato skins. She leaned back onto the tree and just enjoyed the moment where she finally didn't have a care in the world. Kate looked through her photo album and began to reminisce on the young girl she used to be. She thought about the dreams she used to have and how her confidence was through the roof. Back then, there was nothing she couldn't do. Nothing she wouldn't try or accomplish. She smiled as though she smiled as she thought about her days of strength and power. She wished she had it all back again. In her carb overloaded stupor, Kate leaned back onto the tree. While she watched the butterflies dancing all around, she drifted off to sleep. So we're going to stop there because it's going to be good later and I don't want to have to stop it in the middle. So I thank you for watching. So here's what we're going to do next. We're going to retreat to the Mother Love community and talk a little bit about what we read today and get a little bit of the meat off the bone and talk about what we think is going to happen next. So join me in the Mother Love community. You can do a search inside of Facebook, or if you've already downloaded the book, it's giving you a link to join us. So I'm super excited that we are taking this journey together. We are going to revisit this all starting next week, and we will miss Christmas because Christmas Day I'll be with the family. But on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., we're going to start again for 15 minutes only. I'm just going to read briefly, and then we're going to retreat to the community to get a little meat off the bone. And then join me in the comments, y'all. As soon as the story starts to get even deeper, she's going to have an encounter with God that is going to open up a lot of questions that you've had, I'm sure, about God, about the Bible, about religion, about the church, about culture, all of that. We're going to touch on all of it. And so I'm grateful that you're joining me on this journey. And I will see you tomorrow. God bless you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to share it. Make sure you share with your girlfriends. This is a beautiful free Christmas gift that you can offer. And just tell them that you're giving them the gift of love. Send them to queeniebrown.com so that they can download their very own copy of the self-love lessons. All right. God bless. See y'all later. Take good care. And I'll see you on Tuesday. Merry Christmas. God bless. See you then. Bye-bye.